I've got to wear these headphones, unfortunately. I don't like wearing headphones. Well, I'm going to bring my lovely guests on tonight. They are. It's Tommy Bassey. There he is. Look at that big smile. Look. And the lovely George Scott. And there he is. Look at that.
Hiya, Frank. Hiya, Tommy.
Good evening, George.
Hiya. Good to see you.
I can't get used to headphones, unfortunately.
I'll mess your hair up.
I know, that's terrible. Messes me hair up. It's not vanity, it just looks stupid. Oh, where's everyone? How are you, George?
I'm good, thanks. I'm very good, thanks, Frank. All the better for talking to you, mate. And Tommy.
Oh, that's nice. That's kind. It's a pity Marios is on with us tonight.
Yeah, I know. It is a pity, but look what I've got here.
Oh,
I've seen the photo before.
Brilliant.
It arrived today.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely
interested to read that.
Yeah, it says a good read, actually. And how are you, Tommy?
Well, I'm not too good to tell you the truth, Frank. I've been feeling rough all day.
Oh,
Don't know why. I have, yeah. But hey, I'm on here now.
So that birthday celebrations, Tommy.
Well, I think that could have helped.
Do you mean like, Tommy, you mean like fluish sort of thing?
It's like you want to be sick, but you can't. You want to go to the toilet, but you can't.
Yeah.
It's just, you just feel weird. But I think the 3 days I had last week could have been the start of it. Great 3 days, though.
You sounded good. Look good, Tommy.
Right.
No, you look awful, son. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. Don't let this kid you.
Do you know what? It's. I'm going to ask you, Tom. I'm going to ask you. You know, we're always chatting at the. We'll have to get George in our little chats. At half time, because I think he'd enjoy that. I think he'd enjoy it because we really do.
Yeah.
We really.
We don't talk like we talk on here, George.
You can imagine, can't you? You can imagine the likes of Tommy Smith, for example, when he was about 26 going into someone. If you know
that's the way we talk.
Exactly. If he upset Callie or whatever, he goes right into them.
Fire and brimstone.
That's it. You're so right. You're so right. Anyway, I'm going to ask you, Tom. I'm coming to you, George. You know, when you're there, I really want your opinions. Only opinions. Yeah. That's all. That's all. And it was the playing of the anthem. Now, my question is, everybody knew that there'd be a backlash no matter what.
Yeah.
So my question is, should Liverpool, the club, have played the national anthem knowing the backlash?
No, I don't think they should have done. It was obvious that was going to happen. It's been well documented in the past, the Liverpool supporters' opinions of the establishment and the opinions of what happened to the city and to the people back in the days when, we were ruled early 1980s, managed decline, Hillsborough and all the other reasons. I won't delve into them now. I was a bit, it was sad in a way because, it was controversial for many people. I've seen some families split about it, whether it should have happened, whether it shouldn't, whether they should have turned their back or whether they should just kept quiet. I thought the players looked a little bit uncomfortable. I thought Henderson, he was half singing it under his breath and he didn't seem to want to belt out. He was a bit torn, I think, being an England player and Liverpool captain. So, I mean, if I'd have been there, I wasn't at the match on Saturday, I would have probably just kept quiet. That's just my own view. I'm one of the older generation. I mean, on the other side of the coin, my father was killed in Normandy when he was 20. And I've got a scroll that was say he died in action in the service of king and country. And that's in the back of my mind as well, although I understand all the reasons. And I'm not a monarchist, really. I don't particularly care. I'm not that interested in politics, to be honest. Only, it depends what you read and whose opinion it is.
But that's the point, you see. You had, a relative, your dad, killed at Normandy D-Day. You as your dad who couldn't look after you when he came home, because you had no dad to come home to.
That's right.
To come home to you. What about you, Tommy? What was your feelings about that?
I'm like George. I'm not a royalist by any stretch of the imagination. But to me, the Premier League knew what was going to happen. But they insisted that every ground played the national anthem. And I think they knew what the Liverpool crowd would do just to give us bad press.
Yeah.
And the press loved it.
Of course they did.
Now I agree with George. For me, all you have to do is be quiet.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
Say nothing.
I'd have said nothing.
Say nothing.
Or sang You Never Walk Alone,
And then I read in the paper, the crucifying Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Singing it.
Well,
so isn't that his choice?
Absolutely. It's a free country.
That's his choice.
Democratic country.
He's the England captain, or was it the England captain? He's the club captain.
Yeah.
So it's his choice to sing it if he needs to.
Yeah.
So I don't knock Jordan Henderson. I thought the crowd would have been better if he would have been silent, but the Premier League knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And they insisted on all the grounds playing it.
Yeah.
Knowing that Liverpool were going to get bad press.
Of course, the same happened down in Brighton with the Everton fans.
Yeah.
So it's just the Merseyside situation, which seems to
be. You've hit the nail on the head. I tried to talk about on my show last night. I tried to talk about the opening, of the show and why we defy the national anthem. But I go back, George. I just don't go back to 1989, the 15th of April, 1989. I just don't go back to that. I go further back.
Yeah.
I go further, a lot further back. And why Liverpool, from 1301, believe it or not, George, from 1301, Liverpool just got on with things.
Yeah.
You always had to go to the realm for a license.
Yes.
We didn't. We paved our town. We paved our town in 1301. And then you leap forward, you leap forward to when in 1515, when we had this, 1565, when we had this fire, a great fire and a hurricane that hit Liverpool.
Yeah.
And John Cross, who was the mayor at the time, said, stay with me and we'll build this town from stone. We will build stone buildings.
Yeah.
And the hurricanes will, destroy anything. Because as you know, it was all thatched stuff, Yeah. And he said, we build it from stone. Now, you have to have a license to do that. You had to have a license to do that. But we just built it. So Liverpool in 1566 became the very first stone township.
Yeah.
The very first. So we just went on from there. We built the very first wet dock in the entire Wales. I'll be coming to my point in a moment. We built the very first wet dock in the entire. We set up the docking system all around the world.
Yeah.
In 1515. Then we went to 1715. I'm sorry. Then we go a few, into the following century, and then we had the very first railway system in the world, the very first passenger railway system in the entire world.
Yes.
And then we leap up again. We had the very first electrified overhead railway in the world. My point is this. Liverpool was always ignored. And we didn't get our city status until 1880 because they despised Liverpool. You'd even go back to the 1642 Civil War when Liverpool, we joined the parliamentarians. We didn't want to be monarchists.
Yeah.
So it goes back then. We've
long
always
history.
been radical. We've always been radical.
Yes.
And then obviously you go into the 20th century and find, you know, the Thatcher government, even before the Thatcher government, we was always being neglected, always neglected. And then you'll have the Thatcher governments with a managed decline. But previous governments before that always managed decline. Liverpool, they always brought it down for some reason. Anyway, that's my point on the establishment. And why should anybody, as I said, stand up in a stadium and singing, you know, God Save the King or Queen or whoever it is, while everybody else is singing it around the grounds, every other ground. And these are the same people who call us bin dippers. You know,
the thing is, Frank, there's tens of thousands of royalists in Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I know that.
So there's 50,000 in Anfield.
Yeah.
But right through Liverpool and take the Northwest even, there's millions of royalists who have street parties.
No, I understand that. I fully understand that, Tommy, and I'm not taking it away, but I'm talking about the people who actually stood there and went down at Wembley, by the way. You know, we don't shake. It's our freedom of speech. We've all been told to shut up anyway, but it's our freedom of speech. And if our lads, I was so proud of them, if our lads want to, you know, show just dissension against, it's not just the monarchy, though. It's the establishment.
Well, the best thing you can do is tell the Scousers to shut up.
Exactly. And this is what it's all about. I'll give you my suggestion. I'll give you my suggestion what I wanted them to do. I wanted them just sit down as it was being played and say nothing. Dead silence.
Yeah.
Well, and then once it finished, stand up and give our national anthem, which is You Never Walk Alone.
Yeah, that would have been better from my view. I agree. Yeah. That would have been the right thing to do, but it's like every other problem in the world. There's always two sides to the story, but we've had a bad history in Liverpool, as you say, Frank, over the years, you know, been ignored, managed decline and all that. You can see actually why it's developed. A lot of the Irish here as well, you know. It's just been a difficult time for the city these last 30, 40 years. And long before that, as you say.
Absolutely. But the thing is, you know, we're back on track now. That's all over.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go back to last weekend and that victory and the victory over. That's just me and Tommy were talking, and as Stephen Snape says, he says, "Would I be accurate in summarising your half-time talks? Are profanity personified, gentlemen?"
Without a doubt.
It sounds like it, yeah. Sounds like it.
Because
that's being polite.
We don't pull any punches, do we, Tom?
No.
Very frustrating, though, Tommy. Frustrating watching Liverpool at the moment. I mean, you've got Núñez there, who, in a way, could be a star in the making. He's quick, he's fast, and he misses so many easy chances. Somebody needs to have a word with him to calm down in front of goal.
But you know, the other week, George, me and Frank were talking about that miss you're talking about when Trent gave him the ball. Now, the other week, Trent gave him a ball, and he controlled it. And slotted it. And slotted it in. Why did he just hit it like that? You know what I mean? His head must be all over the place.
But I think next year he'll score a lot of goals because you'll be more settled. Oh, yeah. You'll know the language better. And I think he'll be a big asset to Liverpool personally.
Yeah. Without a doubt, I agree.
Well, Ian Goldie came down to see me today, and I said to him, I said, okay. I said, all the forwards are fit. This is for next season, by the way, I said. And I'll go to you, Tommy, first.
Go on.
I said, all the forwards are fit for next season, you know, so the game comes up, first game of the season. I said, and you're picking 4 forwards. Klopp's picking 4 forwards, not 3, but 4. And I said to Ian, who is your 4 front B? Who be the first choice of the 4?
But don't tell us what he said, so we've got that.
No, I'm not going to tell you what I said. I want you to tell me what you say.
Okay, the front 4 would be Salah, Diaz, Jota, and maybe Gakpo.
What was yours, George?
Well, definitely Salah would be the first name on the sheet, without a doubt. I would play Jota at the moment because he's scoring goals. He's in form. Diaz, I would play because he can make things happen from nothing. And like Tommy, I probably would say Gakpo.
Well, that's what Ian picked. And I wrote mine down.
None is coming on.
Yeah, there's mine. And we picked the same. So where does that leave Nunes in the pecking order?
If he's only going don't you think you could play Nunes a bit deeper?
No, I just said that. I just give that as an example. I wanted to get the pecking order, you see.
Yeah.
So I said, well, we know Klopp, he only picks 3 forwards. So that leaves him out. And you put Jota on the bench. But again, he'd be on the bench, Nunes. So he brings Jota on first rather than him. Do you see what I mean?
Well, yeah, the thing is there, Frank, you know, to be part of a successful team, you've got to have a good squad.
Oh, yeah.
It's different if the team's in every cup final and winning championships, not like that.
Yeah.
But if they're struggling, I can imagine the people sitting on the bench would be a lot hard done by. I mean, if we're all winning, it doesn't matter who's in the team as long as we're winning.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, sorry, Tommy, Nunes has got to stop scoring goals. We paid 75 million for him as a striker. How much did we pay for Salah?
40, I think.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Half the price. Yeah.
Absolutely. So if he's scoring goals, he won't be out of the team. I mean, if they're performing, they'll never be out of the team. You know, Shankly used to say to us, he said, if you think you're not in a team, ask Ian Callaghan. Because he's never out of the team. Ask him why. Because he always performs.
Yeah.
And if you don't perform, you're out of the team. So that's competition, a healthy competition. Like Tommy says, you need a squad.
Yeah. I think you're right, though, George. Nunes, when he learns to calm down, and now take it, just look up and see what he's got.
Yeah,
like he did the other week. He's just got to learn to stop being erratic.
Yes, he's got the talent, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the talent, but he is erratic.
Yeah.
That was a sitter. That was a glaring opportunity.
Oh, shocker. He's had a few
and
of those.
Do you know what? It could have been goal of the season from the pass.
Yeah, because he just passed it into the net. All you have to do is pass it into the net, either side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been game over, 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, you know, you've got to look at Gakpo. When that ball came across.
Yeah.
How did that not go in?
He seemed to lean the wrong way.
Oh.
He went that way and ball went that way.
But you know what it is, though, Frank? I'd be more worried if we weren't creating.
That's true, Tommy. We are creating chances, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the point, isn't it? So listen, lads. You know, with the results that went for us, at the weekend, especially Newcastle and Man United. How do you think the top 4 looks now? I'll go to you, George, first.
Well, I was looking at the fixtures that are left, and Man United, they've got to play Wolves at home, then Bournemouth away, then they've Chelsea at home and Fulham at home. So them last 2 games are not gimmies. Newcastle play Leeds next game, next week, at Leeds. And that's a tough game for them because Leeds are fighting for their life. And then they're playing Brighton at home, and that's a tough game as well. Brighton got hammered by Everton. They might be on the bench. And then they play Leicester at home. Okay, they should win that. And then Chelsea away last match, and they're both these teams are only just 1 point ahead or 3 points ahead with the game in hand. And we've got Leicester, Aston Villa, and Southampton. So if we can win our 3 games, and either Newcastle or United drop a couple of points, 1.3 points over that, we've got a good chance. I think it all depends on what happens. We've got to win our games. That's the main thing, Frank.
That's the main thing. We've got to win the game. What do you think, Sammy?
I think, we won 6, haven't we? We've got to win our last 9 games. And if we miss out on 4, where nobody expected us to be, it'd be sickening. But the thing is, while it's out of our hands, all we can do is win. It's still out of our hands.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the last game of the season and United are playing at Chelsea, we are playing at Southampton, we win, they lose, and we get 4th and they're out. Oh, that's a dream.
You've been looking at my dreams, George.
That's what we got to dream about. That's the finish we need to dream about.
I just want to read some wonderful comments here, boys. God save our team. Shouldn't give them any respect whatsoever, and this isn't the Irish coming out of me, but we fell into the trap of playing it. It's AFT 97, and that's from Brian Headley.
Yeah.
And this is Paul Kieran. I'm not a fan of the royal family. He just says it as it is. Phil Smith. I from California, Frank.
Oh.
Hiya, Phil. I hope you're well.
All right, Phil.
I hope you're enjoying this. It's going to get worse. More vociferous, as they say. And the lovely Karen Karayaku. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, Karen.
Do you know what? The first time that Karen came on, I know Karen.
Yeah.
And her husband, Stephen. And anyway, a thing come on, a little comment. You're on my ordinary show, not on this podcast. And you should have seen us trying to pronounce the surname Karayaku. It was not half funny. When it was played back, it's shocking. It's a Greek name, you see. It's a Greek name. Well,
I just call it Karen.
Yeah.
I bet Marius could pronounce it.
Oh, he could, yeah.
Me and Aunt Gerald, was trying to say it, and she phonetically, put it on the comments. So we got it right in the end after about 6 months. In 1965, Wembley, we never sang the anthem. We put our own words on it, and you're absolutely right, because we started singing God Save Our Gracious Team.
Yeah, but she wore a red coat, though, didn't she?
She did, yeah. She was.
They sang the Queen's wearing red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, the Queen's wearing red.
Yeah, the Queen's wearing red.
My voice is going all of a sudden.
She shook Big Ronnie's hand.
No, we're not that lucky.
All right.
You'll have to take over, Tommy. A revolution.
Fight out, mate. You keep going. You're a trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Headley, people in Liverpool and all the fans across the world shouldn't worry about bad press. Focus on what they did to the people and the city. Not one of them attended the funeral for the 96, now 97 RIP. And he's so right. And Paul Kieran says, well said, Kayla. Well, it's not Kayla, it's Brian Nedley. It's funny how they use, their grandchildren's names because they haven't a clue about Facebook or anything. It's just like Kaka's 1956. It's just like that because he's using this as well. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
But we were talking about before, like 6 games ago, nobody gave us a chance.
No.
Nobody gave us a chance.
Written off.
Now 6 wins on the trot. Oh, hopefully not too little too late. Hopefully something will come of it. But can you imagine? Because we can still win the last 3 easy. Yep. That's 9 games on the bounce.
Fantastic.
Well, Jimmy, we done it a couple of years ago. Remember the Remember the Alison Etta?
Yeah, that's right.
I remember what we always say, Frank. Never write us off.
No, never.
Paul Wayne says, I've got an idea for a turn during the tea break on Saturday night Eurovision. A group of dancing scousers doing the River Mersey dance. Has anyone got Michael Flatulence to see me? Not brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh, absolutely. My name is Brian. I use my daughter's account. Thanks, mate.
Just always.
And he turns around and says, my name is Paul. Good on you.
I'm Spartacus.
I'm Brad Pitt. Oh, this is I don't know where my things have gone. Oh, Jason. I don't know where I haven't a clue where.
I'll tell you the other thing about the game on Saturday. I said to my son, I texted him at the match, I thought Fabinho was given a couple of dangerous free kicks away, especially at the end of the first half. And I thought Klopp might have considered taking them off because if he'd have been booked again, we'd have had 10 men. He gave one away just on the edge of the box, and 2 in quick succession. He needs to watch his tackling. Just
he does, Well, it's a good job they were. It's a good job they were poor because how many free kicks did they get in dangerous areas?
It's unbelievable.
You must have got 10, 15.
Yeah,
and nothing come of them.
We need to watch
but as you say, Fabinho should have a little think.
And Milner gave one away at the end of the game, which is almost identical.
He always does.
He does that every game.
He always does, George.
Every game. And they could have equalised there.
Yeah.
Could have equalised. We talk about that, don't we, Sammy?
Yeah. But as I said to Frank, George, at this end of the season, it's the results what count, not the performance.
Absolutely agree, Tommy. Absolutely agree. But he took young Jones off again, didn't he? Jones came off, didn't he? And then brought Milner on.
But see, that's what we say. You've got a young lad, and he's full of confidence. He's playing. He's
playing regular.
And all of a sudden, he brings a 38-year-old man on.
I didn't understand that.
You know what really got to me? What really got to me? Did you see Haaland's high tackle, high boot? And there's a referee actually sitting there saying he meant to go for the ball. It wasn't dangerous.
Yeah, no, can't believe
it. And yet he ripped the back out of Joseph.
Yeah, I know. Some of the decisions.
And he's a referee sitting there saying that.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely disgusting.
Got new earphones on there. Right.
Yeah, no, I was going to ring the producer up, say, listen, I've lost that. He brought them all on. He's seen it. He's seen the message. Just sent him. Thought he might have seen it, you see.
Should get these, Frank. Hey, the earbuds. Brilliant.
No, I haven't got your money, Tommy. I've got your money, mate.
Hey, Frank, let me ask you this. It's your birthday in 2 days' time.
Why?
Is your birthday on the 11th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the day after my son's birthday.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's going out for 3 days, or what?
He get his earphones on.
I always have trouble with earphones. Honestly, always. Yeah, this is a good question. I'm going to go through these questions, and Brian Headley says, George, how was the reaction in Scotland about it? Probably the same here in Northern Ireland.
Well, did you not see Celtic?
Yeah.
Celtic were giving it some
That
stick.
says everything. That says everything. The Celtic, the hoops.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
I love the banner. I love the banner in the cup. There's only one king.
My son sent me a picture of that one, yeah.
But there was another one. There was another one, the Egyptian king.
The Egyptian king.
Yeah.
What a talent he is. Oh.
Unbelievable, George. Unbelievable. What a man. And they're saying that he's having a bad season.
Yeah, 30 goals.
You know his greatest asset besides his goal scoring? He doesn't get injured.
No, that's right.
He's never out the team because he's injured.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think he's a very disciplined athlete. I think he trains really hard. Yeah. He watches what he eats, what he drinks. Doesn't drink anyway. And he's very fit and he's strong. He's talented. And just what a player he is. I just think he's an amazing footballer.
Oh, unbelievable. I think he knows how to take tackles as well. The way he positions himself when he goes in or they come to him.
Yeah.
He's clever. He's very clever.
He plays with a smile on his face, doesn't he? He never gets...
Every time.
Do you know what? That's he said. Remember the Barca game? Yeah. When him and Mane. No, him and who else was it who couldn't play? But anyway, he never played nevertheless. And he had never give up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Never give up. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. And that's it's only what George said there. He never gives up. And he doesn't give up. He never gives up, that lad. Absolutely brilliant. Stephen Snape says it's perhaps the history of Liverpool that makes it so welcoming to anybody who's a free-thinking socialist, combining that with an obdurate defiance of an oppressive establishment. I'll have to get a drink, boys. I'm sorry about this.
Take your time.
Frank Carlyle. Funny how there is uproar when we booed the Danes, but the national media don't mention the songs that opposition fans sing about Hillsborough.
Yeah.
100%. Nail on it, that comment. Nail on it.
They should just concentrate on the football.
Yeah. Well, this is it. But they don't concentrate on... Do you know what? Every time, you go to match, and it's horrible coming from the fans, what they're singing to us.
Yeah.
In your Liverpool slums, to...
disgusting.
It is.
But most of these fans can't even remember what happened. They're too young.
No.
But they still...
I think there's a lot of envy as well and jealousy for what we've achieved.
Oh, without a doubt.
The cups we've won, European Cups we've won, the fans we've got, the base we've got, passion and worldwide. And I think
that's why the media don't like it. The media don't like that either.
No, you've only got to listen to the commentary on Sky. You can tell.
Yeah.
They want the other team to do well most of the time, I feel.
Oh, all the time. That's why we never give up and never, ever cast us aside, because that's not going to happen.
This is thanks for us of Shane McGowan. Even in that.
Shane McGowan.
Do you know what? Honestly.
Not the Shane McGowan, no.
Honestly, on the ordinary show, there's a lad named Mark Kinnish, right? And he said to me, is that the real Shane McGowan? And I said, yeah. And he told everyone that Shane McGowan goes on and comments on the Frank Carlyle show and sends them drinks, and gifts.
He sings Fairy Tale in New York, yeah.
Oh,
I see the great photograph on the paper of Shane McGowan and Bruce Springsteen went to see him. And he's lying on the couch, Shane McGowan and Springsteen. And my mate, who I'm going to his wedding in June, there's a chippy in Dublin called Burdock's, Ali Burdock. And all the stars would have been in there. Unbelievable. And Kieran sent me a photograph, and who's getting served is Bruce Springsteen.
No way.
Been in there, oh, Frank is brilliant.
The boss.
The boss.
Fantastic.
Paul Keenan says, Nunes certainly needs to work on his team playing the Liverpool way. Think about passing in the box to someone in a better position and scoring.
Yeah. And
Lee Allen Foley says, good evening, lads. Nunes will come good next season, and we are going to nick the 4th place.
Yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
Oh,
that's what
I dream of. That's all I dream of, is getting 4th place, and especially Pippin the Manx to it.
Yeah, that'd be the cream on the cake.
Yeah.
Could happen.
Jonathan
Langman says, hey, Frank, you have enough trouble pronouncing the Liverpool names. only kidding, lad. Oh, that's great, isn't it? That's him, actually. I think she was talking about Karen Kariakou, if you know what I mean, trying to pronounce it. And even
we used to have a Greek centre half, didn't we? Coriolis, what was his name?
Yeah, big Greek lad, long hair.
Yeah.
Long hair.
But you remember Semikas first came? Semikas, he's calling him Costas because he wasn't sure, but he was, what his name was, only to pronounce Semikas.
And he got his moment of glory at Wembley, didn't he? I was there that day.
Yeah.
City. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
And you know what we're thinking of next season? I was thinking about this today. The role Trent has got now.
Yeah.
He's got like a free leg, Andy Reid.
Yeah.
When Bacachek comes back, I think them two in the middle of the park are going to be unbelievable.
Well, as Charlie Kane says there, lads, I want you to talk about this. Well, I'll have to go and make a cup of tea. My voice is going. I'm sorry about this. Says, and I'll start with you, Tommy, on this. And I'll just go over to George then. Excuse me. Okay, if Trent goes in midfield, do we get a new right back?
In my opinion, I would play Simicast over there. I'd play Simicast because, he can kick a ball with his right foot. Okay, he's left-footed, but that doesn't matter. He can defend and he can attack.
Yeah. Well,
I'd just put Simicast over there.
What I've seen as well, Tommy, I don't know if you read, but what's a young lad at Bolton? It's Crossley, is it? What's his name? The young fullback. He's just been voted Bolton's Player of the Year, and they've been promoted. Yeah. So he must be in contention to come back and show what he can do as well.
Oh, that's what you wanted them to do.
Yeah,
come back and be better players and go into the team and prove yourself. I'd love them to do that.
But I do think that I think definitely Trent should stay midfield, just permanent midfield now. And you've also got the young lad Bacachek. I can never say his name.
Yeah.
And you've got Thiago in the background as well, where he's fit, but he's never fit. That's the only problem. But and then you've got Jones as well. So you need somebody in the middle of these two guys to destroy.
I think our front line there's no problem at the front.
No.
Maybe we get two players in in the mid-season for the middle of the park, and maybe another defender or whatever. But there's not much up with our team now, George.
No, we just won 9 games in a row, and some of them have not played that brilliantly, but we've still managed to win. And we've been short of some key players most of the season, especially in midfield. I mean, at one stage we were playing with 2 young lads, Harvey Elliott and the young lad that got injured. And so it's difficult for them to carry the team from midfield.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. A lot of people forget about that, Well, it just shows you now, since we've got all our players back, what we've done.
Back playing like Liverpool were playing before.
Holding 6 games on the trot, 3 to go.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's much wrong, Tommy. I really don't. And Klopp knows what's going on. He's in charge there.
I mean, we wouldn't wish for the better man to be in charge.
No, I think he's the best manager in the world.
He's determined to win that Premier League again before he leaves.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Over the last 4 years, there's only been about a point between us and City. There's not much between us. We're so unlucky last year in that last game of the season,
But when you look at it now, George, the points we had last year, the league would be won now.
Yeah, I know. But the good thing I'm thinking, Tommy, is Man United seem to be wobbling a bit. They're starting to wobble a bit. They're getting nervous. Pressure's on them. When you're in the lead, the pressure's on you. When you're chasing, pressure's not quite so great, I don't think.
Well, you can tell by the manager's face.
Yeah.
And the way he speaks. He speaks. I think it was Freddie Lawton said, he looks like an advert for hemorrhoids.
I'll tell you what, he wasn't very happy when Shaw handled that ball in the last minute of injury time at Brighton.
Yeah.
That was a shocker, that was a terrible.
But see, now we go on about that, but yesterday, what happened yesterday with them teams at the bottom, including Everton, not Forest?
I couldn't believe it.
Where did all the goals come from?
I know.
Where did all the goals come from? Unbelievable.
I know. I mean, Everton to go to Brighton, you'd never, in your wildest dreams, pick up that result. 5-1, absolutely incredible. And, at the end of the day, you've got to look at it this way. We play Leicester, don't we? And also Leeds play Newcastle. So there's games coming up for it. And Everton's they're not out of the wood yet.
There was 20-odd goals in the bottom matches yesterday. They haven't scored that many all season.
It's a great game between Notts Forest and Southampton. Was a super game.
4-3,
Yeah. But I also noticed on the non-league side, Wrexham got promoted. Well, Notts County played in the playoff, and they were 2-0 down, and they got the winning goal. The last 2 goals in the last minute, I think, of extra time to get into the playoff.
Oh, brilliant.
Football's never done, is it? Never done. It's
exciting. It's lovely to watch.
Yeah. You never know when you can get a goal. Last minute, never done.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe yesterday's results. Yesterday's results were just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a lot of blue mates, right? My phone was like a hot iron yesterday.
Yeah. My youngest son was in Everton.
Are you watching this?
I phoned him up. I said, "What a result! 3-0. Well done, son." He said, "It's only half time, Dad." I thought it was full time.
Well, I thought it was 4-1, and I turned it over then.
Yeah.
And then I seen in the paper it was 5-1.
Anyway, I might be in a minority amongst Liverpool fans, but I don't want them to go down. I like getting the 6 points every season.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want them to go down. So only because my grandsons are blue too.
My youngest sons are blue. So, there you go. Lots of families like that on Merseyside. I think Jeff's wife's a blue. Jeff Golding's wife's a blue.
I say to him, as long as you're not playing us, I want you to win.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I do. That's what I say, yeah. Never do beat us anyway.
No.
Gary Cole says, depends on how highly Klopp rates young Calvin Ramsey at right back. There were rumours of Conor Bradley, who was on loan at Bolton, now on a future team. I suppose time will tell. Midfield is the main priority in the summer. I totally agree.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Bradley's just been named Player of the Year for Bolton.
Yeah. But
Well, I mean,
go on.
well, I'm reading in the paper, Dan, Declan Rice, right? West Ham will allow him to go for 120 million, only to the Champions League club.
Oh,
Could be another
120
Jude Bellingham. Be another Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, we wouldn't pay that unless we sell some players.
No.
Great player, though. I'd love to have him here.
I wouldn't want us to do that.
Well, it's very close. We're being linked to another fella now. I've never heard of him. There's no way that we can pronounce his name. And he's from PSG. And everyone's supposed to be after him, and he's a centre-back or something like that.
Oh, Billy Jones, PSG, that's him.
Yeah, that's Jimmy Smith, yeah. But, it's. I don't know. I don't know these people. How we're being linked with everybody, and we don't get anybody.
But the thing is, Frank, you know as well as I do, so does George. It's mostly press, right? Jurgen Klopp knows what he wants to do. He knows who he wants to bring in, and he'll do it.
Well, there's a new director of football coming in. We've got a new director of football just about to come in now from Germany, Klopp's. So we'll see what he can do. Maybe he's got some contacts.
But they say, like, we got Robbo from Hull, £8 million. Don't tell me there's no more of them diamonds out there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, look at the diamonds we've had in the past. Shankly bought Keegan from Scunthorpe and Ray Clemo from Scunthorpe.
Yeah.
Nobody'd heard of them.
But there's diamonds out there.
Yeah, but you've got to look at it like this, though, Tom. The success that we've had the past few years to try and gamble on, players from the Championship or somewhere else to come right into the first team and give us that level again. We can't afford that. We've got to bring this McAllister looks good.
He does.
And it looks like we're going to
sign. Yeah.
And if he plays at the level he is,
World Cup winner,
to carry on to start over again, because we've always said that we've got great players, and we knew that there was something wrong at the club for some reason, and what it needed was a spark, and that spark happens against Arsenal with that, with Trent and that Xhaka fellow, whatever his name is, and that was the spark needed, and we've just gone on from there. And that's all it needed to ignite Liverpool into playing like we can. 6 games without defeat. It's incredible.
Yeah, and now we've got Diaz back and a few others. So
all the time. Yeah. So you see, it's one of those things. It's one of those things that can make or break a season. But we've got to get it right for next season, lads. We really have. There's no way.
I think we've got the right man in charge to get that sorted.
Oh, we've got the right man. There's no denying that. But he's got to be given the leverage to get these players, and that leverage is money.
Yeah. Well, I think FSG have realised that now. Because they must have seen the press, and they must have heard the ripples going through Liverpool.
Yeah.
That they've got to. No, he's done miracles, Jurgen Klopp. But they've got to back him.
Yeah.
And I think they will next season.
I think we've got to get it right from day one. We've got to have a good summer for the signings, pick up the right players, and then get cracking without less injuries next year. And I'm sure we'll be in good shape.
Yeah. We go along with that. Less injuries. Yeah. And that was the problem, really, wasn't it?
Injury. Yeah.
Definitely.
It's proven that. It's proven it.
Yeah. You remember at one time, was it last year, we had Hughes and we had Reece Williams and them in centre halves.
Yeah.
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 And Nat Phillips, Nat Phillips and Williams. They did a good job under the circumstances.
Nat Phillips did great.
He did.
He did great, Nat Phillips.
Is he still with the club? He's still with us, isn't he?
Yeah, still with us.
But when you get them young lads like that coming up against, seasoned pros in the Premiership,
like Haaland.
It's tough for the top pros to play against them. Never mind kids who've never played there before.
Yeah.
Well,
there's Stephen Snape says utilise Gomez at right back in place of Trent. He's quick and ostensibly defensive minded, and that's what he says.
It's not a bad call, that.
It isn't a bad call, but if he has a bad game, he has a bad game. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and
the opposition always seem to capitalise.
He gets injured a lot, though.
Yeah. If Everton get relegated, I believe it's detrimental to the city.
Yeah,
he won't get relegated.
Well, I've said I don't want them to get relegated. We
won't.
should concentrate on ourselves. Forget Everton. Let them concentrate on their own game.
Yeah. I've just had an idea. We play Mo Salah right back.
Give the opposition.
He never gets injured.
Yeah, he never gets injured.
With Trent on the right wing.
Put Trent on the right wing? Yeah, sorted. Ring Jürgen up, Frank.
Yeah. Get on the phone, Jürgen.
Brian Henley says, lads, we will be playing badly, disappointed the game for sure in the summer. No doubt about it. We will get third choice players by our owners.
I don't know.
They can't afford to get third-rate players. They can't afford to get third-rate players.
But it's the way some fans are reacting because we promise so much in every summer window. Now, don't forget the winter window, the January window, when we desperately needed midfielders.
Yeah, we did.
Desperate, and he brings in Gakpo. Now, why wasn't the money there? There's supposed to be 100 million for Soumeni.
Well, we got to the stage we brought in Arthur.
Yeah.
Hey.
We've never seen him again.
No.
He wants to say farewell at Anfield at the last game of the season, apparently. He wants a game. Wants to say farewell to his teammates and the crowd. Nobody knows him. Don't even know who he is.
I hope Bobby Firmino plays in the last game.
Oh, he will. He'll be captain the last game. He was.
Yeah. What a player he's been.
Oh,
that's our last game, isn't it? Against Villa, our last home game. Because the other two is Southampton and Leicester.
Well, to me, that's 9 points.
You've got to beat them if you want to be. If you want 9 to get points. 4. Yeah. If
we don't win them 3, we don't deserve to be 4.
That's it. That's definitely.
Even though where we've come from it's just astonishing where we've come from to finish where we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because even though I was saying a few weeks ago, it's too far away for it. Even me and you, Frank. No way they can get there. They were 10 points behind United.
Yeah, I know.
10.
Even lower, 15 at one time.
Aye.
Well, Brian Henley says, why won't Henry or Werner come out now and tell everyone we are giving Jürgen money to rebuild in the summer, ASAP? And, what psychology and confidence this will give us for the last 3.
Yeah, but it's no good coming out and saying they're giving them 55 quid and that's it. That's
do you know this German fella that they're actually bringing in as director of football? Yeah. Do you know what a speciality is?
What?
Have you any idea?
No.
I'll tell you what his idea. I'll tell you why they're bringing him in. He's an hardball fella. He negotiates on very tight budgets.
So What does the director of football actually do?
Negotiates fees. It negotiates fees, for players. So if he's a fella who specialises on tight budgets, do you know like Sam Allardyce, right? Yeah. Sam Allardyce. Why is he brought into for teams? Why is he brought in specifically? Why?
Desperation.
Desperation. It's to save them, right, from relegation or whatever, to fight relegation.
And he's got £1 million bonus to keep Leeds up.
No, but the point is, it's the same as this fella. He works on tight budgets. You can't get a Michael Edwards, who come in and want lots of money because they've got ideas of players. They say, this fella, and this fella will do wonders for Liverpool. But
the thing is, how much is his salary? How much is his salary, this German fella?
I haven't a clue, but that's his speciality. They're on
6 figures.
He's not on buttons, is he? He's not on buttons.
He'd be negotiating with the agents.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Shankly negotiating with agents, George?
No, you never would do that in a million years.
No, a million years, yeah. Brian Henley says, safer with Arthur Daly.
I'm going to put the light on, Frank. It's getting dark here. Hang on a sec.
Oh, stay like that, George. Like... Jonathan Langman says, is it Stan Boardman? What was you talking about before, you lot? While I was gone.
The German fella who's come in to do the director of football.
Okay.
I mean, FSG must have.
Yeah, what's Haley saying there?
FSG will provide money 100%. And my dad will provide the rest, the hot dogs.
You can't talk to her about FSG.
They must have money coming out of their ears.
How much
did they buy the club for? 300 million. It's worth 5
300 million. Worth 5 billion.
How much have they spent on a new stand?
Well, they let Liverpool. No, they let Liverpool the money, and now they've got to pay it back with interest.
Well, they've got to spend that.
300 million off Liverpool.
And they own the club. Yet they let Liverpool the money to build the stand, but pay us back with interest. Yeah. And they own the club.
Yeah. That's right.
Haley, don't you say no more things in like that.
Neil Broderick says FSG got lucky with Klopp. Net spend 27 million over 6 seasons is not good enough for a global club like Liverpool. They have given us a good stadium and world-class training facilities. AXA gave us them, I'm afraid to say, Neil. But if we don't start investing in the squads, we will get left behind. If United, like reportedly, sort out new ownership, Newcastle and City, if we don't get investors, it could be a dark path ahead. But what you've got to look at besides those three is Chelsea.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of investment.
I think those comments by Neil are spot on.
Yeah, it is spot on. It is. Brian Edley says the stone will never shed blood, lads, and he wants FSG out.
Yeah, but see, all we can do is just see what they actually do next before the season starts.
Yeah, you can't.
Let's just see what they do.
Well, Jonathan Langman, I think when we were talking about Shankly and and George, not in a million years or whatever, so that went the words to that effect. And she says, Shankly, you're having a laugh, aren't you? And she's right, And Aileen Barrow thought she
laughing
at heads off. Little heads off.
Yeah. He wouldn't entertain that in a million years.
She's winding us up, Frank. Take away the bit.
Do you know what? He took Brian Edley's taken my My tons are away. What did you say there before? What did you just say? Take a what? Did you say, Tommy?
She's taking the mickey out of us, don't
Oh,
That's
I
why
know
she's
that.
laughing at us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know, Dorothy.
So I'll give her a good, never mind.
Yeah.
But anyway, he says, Brian Nedley, that guy you're talking about, he got sacked by both Schalke and Wolfsburg by doing the same job. Well, I know that myself. I was going to say that. This fella's been sacked. And he's Jürgen's mate, you know.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
He had something to do with Dortmund. I think it was Dortmund.
Yeah, but see, Jürgen, we all love him to death. Sometimes he's too loyal, isn't he? He's too loyal to, well, Milner and Henderson for two. They're his busy mates. Now, Haley, don't write in. I'm not slagging them off. They've done great jobs. But I would say they far outstayed their welcome there in that team. Because no other team in that Premiership would play that.
Yeah, there's a fine line to be drawn with loyalty, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and that's what Jürgen is. He's very, he loves them. He loves all his players. But you've got to say, oh, hang on a minute.
I mean, Shankly was loyal to the 60s team, fantastically loyal to them. Loved every one of them to death. But when the time came to change, he had to change. Otherwise, the club would have went backwards. It's a bit like now, really, in a way. You've just got to time the moment, the right players.
Only for Milner said that's it. I'm sure he would have given another contract.
No, that wouldn't have been sensible to do that.
No, I agree, but I'm saying
except as a coach.
Milner, without a doubt, I'd keep him at the club. Yeah, that without a doubt.
Yeah.
Can I just ask everybody who's out there, please like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It costs absolutely nothing, but please let's get the algorithm out there.
Yeah.
To everybody. Will you please like it, please? Thank you. I really appreciate it. And Neil Broderick says, whatever happened to Redbird 500 and plus it was investment. Well, they said that it wasn't for Liverpool, or I don't know. Someone tried to come out with some sort of economic thing, and it's had nothing to do with football or whatever. Yeah, okay. They bought an ice hockey thing, but we see no money of it. Nothing. We've seen absolutely nothing of it. The hedge funders.
Yeah.
The hedge funders.
Hedge funders never spend their own money. They spend everybody else's money.
And what's there in front of them, and hopes that whatever they spend, like a club, like a business, anything else puts the money back.
You can't be saying that.
Read that one out.
Read that out.
George, you're my
favourite.
See, it's not just Marios who gets the ladies.
Jonathan's getting blocked. Jonathan's getting blocked. Oh, brilliant, wasn't it? Charlie Kane says, don't talk about Butler, Tommy.
Who's Butler?
Milner he's talking about.
Milner.
Yeah, he's talking about Milner.
Because he says, Charlie Kane says he's the butler at the club household.
He drinks Ribena, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Butler in the world. I've said it before and I say it again, says Stephen Snape. There's no sentiment in evolution. False loyalty breeds complacency and inefficiency.
Yeah, it's a ruthless business, and it has to be.
It is a ruthless business.
Now.
It is a ruthless business.
Yeah.
And it's shocking. It really is. We probably couldn't even get McAllister over the line without offering Milner as part of exchange.
A pretty good exchange.
It's a very good exchange.
Without a doubt.
10 million, to be honest. I'd give them Enzo as well.
Oh, I heard he's going to be back on in a minute.
Definitely. Lads, I think we should keep Curtis now at least one more season, definitely to start before Fabinho next season if he doesn't go.
Definitely.
Without a doubt, I'd keep Curtis every day of the week.
Yep, he's playing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the longer he plays in the team, the more confidence he'll get. And the best he'll become.
I'm not going to read that out, Sammy. I'm not going to
I see, right. Hey, George, how much have you paid these girls to do this?
He's not coming to your next birthday party. Love it. Absolutely love it.
That's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. Says the new sporting director was at Wolfsburg for 4.5 years, so must have done some good things. Did Wolfsburg win the league or anything? No.
No.
I don't think so, but he just got it.
Bayern Munich is going to win the league.
No, it's only. Would we take Mane back if we could get him at the right place? I would, she says, Dorothy Lang.
I would.
What would you say to that, lads?
I would. Right price, yeah.
If we could get him for a good price, I'd definitely bring him back.
I mean, he's
looking at 25, 30 goals a season.
Yeah.
He must still be as good a player now as he was when he left. He only went a year ago.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
And he hasn't fitted in there. He hasn't fitted in there.
No. Get him back on a low amount.
I think he'd walk back to Anfield.
Well, he should explore that.
There's a good comment there. Speaking of keeping players, I'd move Evan and Air to keep Kelleher. An injury to Allison could scupper us.
Yeah, the only thing there is if Kelleher decides he wants to go to get game time.
Yeah.
I mean, the club will definitely keep him. They won't want to lose him for the reasons that Brian's just said. But, you know, I mean, he might want to get game time. I mean, his career's gone on. He's not playing in the first team. You know, you've got to get game time in the first team. He's a talented player. And he didn't want to be stuck in the under 18s, under 21s, playing in little.
And the thing is with Kelleher, if Allison did happen to get injured, you wouldn't worry about him coming into the team.
No, he's experienced, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think Allison first came, he was a bit of an injury-prone player, you know, goalie.
Who?
Allison. He got injured quite a lot. And when Kelleher came in, I think he's kept himself injury-free because of the threat of Kelleher.
Yeah. Oh, he must know.
Yeah. I really do.
Now, that's the good thing about that position. He's playing out of his skin knowing one mistake and this kid's in.
Yeah.
But if we had that all over the park, it'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
And Charlie Kane says, money for free, no more.
Yeah.
You're not going to get him free, are you?
I don't think it's going to happen anyway, to be honest.
No, it won't happen, though.
We're pretty strong up front. Midfield.
I bet he goes to Real Madrid or something like that.
Yeah.
Mane.
Yeah. He's not going to stay there, is he? He's not staying there.
There's Premiership clubs who want him. And I think they're Chelsea. I think Chelsea are interested in him. But could you imagine, you know,
I know what you're going to say. Oh.
You know,
playing against us
playing against us.
No.
No, I'd be happy if he came back. To be honest, I don't think it'll happen, but I'd be delighted to see him back personally.
Yeah,
I loved him.
I don't think he'll come back. I can
think of worse players we could get, but that was it.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's.
But I just can't wait to see. You know, it's intriguing now. These last 3 games, let them come and go, whatever's going to happen, will happen. I'm so looking forward to the start of next season.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, fresh start.
Madrid are beating City 1-0.
I wish you wouldn't say.
Right.
Do you know what?
What?
Stop that. You know, I don't like talking about football when we're talking about. I remember on my show, and I went like that. I said, whatever you do, don't talk about football. I don't mean you, Tommy. I said, don't talk about football. And all of a sudden,
I'm not talking about football. I just give you the results. I just give you the latest score.
I know. But anyway, and I said, don't
say. It was a great goal and all, but it was a great goal, by the way.
And don't give out any score. And I do it all coming out with scores. Because you lose, I always lose concentration, especially
I don't,
because I had to do when Liverpool were playing, you know, on Monday nights. I couldn't stop the show because it was an ordinary show, and they're coming out with the results. Scores, yeah. Horrible. Well, anyways, the other thing Langham says, I thought Mane was the most gifted in the team, skill-wise. Most obvious, right? I think she's right there, actually. I think she's right there. Brian Italy, lads, we will need a number 2 keeper and a good one if we want to get number 20. It's crucial. We can't rely on Adrian. He's going, Adrian, anyway. Jürgen doesn't go back, but I think Mane will take him. Nunes could be sold, perhaps.
I don't think you'll sell Nunes.
I don't think they'll sell Nunes. I mean, you see the best of him next year, I would think.
Yeah.
It'd
be brilliant. It'd be brilliant if he could keep over, if he could have a word with Gallagher and give him a good contract and maybe promise him all the cup games.
Yeah.
I think that might keep him happy.
I agree there. I totally agree. There. Let me get it.
Because we can't really afford to get rid of him.
No. And the show, you know, I think it was Stephen Snape who said about Kelleher. You know, he's not Kelleher, Joe Gomez playing at right back.
Yeah.
Because he is a reliable right back when he's when he's in form. And he's
injury free, is injury free, without a doubt. Yeah.
But the point is, what if we sold him? Oh, well, Calvin Ramsey, I don't trust, unfortunately, because the lad's always injured. He was even injured coming down to Liverpool to sign. He was injured.
If he's going to play Gomez, he has to play him now in the next 3 games to let midfield. Otherwise, you may as well sell him.
Yeah.
Because where's he going to play? You got Matip, and Van Dijk, and Tsimikas and Robbo, and I can't see where. Unless you play him now and give him a chance next 3 games, see how he does.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you, George. Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? The way we fans look at things. Tommy, did you get my pictures? Did you get my pictures? I sent you the picture. I sent you a couple of pictures on Messenger last night, I think. Did you get them?
No.
Yeah, I just send you them.
There's Messenger there.
Yeah.
No. Frank Carlyle's message. Frank Carlyle. Oh, this is your show. Not that one, is it? Throwing darts.
No. I sent pictures. and what the pictures were. I was going to ask Jay to put them up tonight, but I thought that they might have been a bit controversial. And what it was, no, what it was, I was watching inside Anfield, and it was the game the other day. And you see Klopp coming out of the dressing room at half time. I think it was half time. And you see.
Looking at the other fella.
Yeah.
The daggers. I seen it.
What wasn't you saying?
I just wanted to annoy you. I seen him give them daggers, yeah.
Who was he giving daggers to?
What's his name?
Well, you see, how it happens. I sent
his second in command.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean,
See what it was, you see Jürgen coming out of the dressing room, and he turns to his right, and he sees Pep Linders standing there.
Pep Linders, yeah.
Yeah, so he turns back to, coming out to go onto the pitch, and you see him coming along, and he goes like that. After looking at him. But when you walk past, you want to see the look on Pep Linders.
Yeah. Oh, it looked like he had the right cup on.
These things happen, don't it? These things happen.
Like that. He's just staring at him, isn't he? Cracking there.
Yeah, it did get them.
Difference of opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly. Milner is staying for number 2 keeper. Brian Nedley. He's got to play and go.
I tell you what, if Klopp asked him to, he would.
He probably would, yeah.
He would, yeah. He's that type of lad.
Well,
remarkable professional. Can't argue with that.
But Paul Keenan says, yes, homegrown talent from the academy. Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. Charlie Kerr says, what midfielders do you want to sign, Frank? But will we get them? Well, it looks on the cards now that we're going to get this McAllister, and I think that'll be the end of it. Because, in my opinion, and this is just an opinion, I think Jürgen was forced to throw Trent into midfield the back end of the season. I think he was forced.
Well, what did he say? We had nothing to lose.
Yeah, point is.
Yes, he said that. We had nothing to lose.
He knows the role that he can play, and Trent is playing brilliantly.
Yeah,
it's like
he knows that role.
It's like he signed a new player.
Like the best midfield player in the league at the moment.
Well,
apart from maybe De Bruyne.
Well, my point is this: I think he was going to do it for next season and throw a little gem up there, a curveball.
Yeah,
but he's had to do it because he knows that there's going to be no big summer like transfer, if you like, for midfielders. So what they're going to do, he's going to say, we've got Bacetic, we've got Trent now, and McAllister if he comes, but we need more. We need more, I'm afraid. We really do. We need more. We need another. We need another 2 midfielders.
Yeah, do you remember? Do you remember the shift when Bob Paisley moved Ray Kennedy?
Oh, yeah.
Striker, and he put them in the midfield. He was a revelation, like Trent.
One of the best strikers in the first division.
Yeah,
and he made him one of the best midfielders in Europe.
Yeah, he did. So that can be beneficial, changing a player's position.
Yeah.
There's a lad named Ugarte, I think it's Ugarte, who plays for Sporting. And I've seen him. He's good. I hope they get him.
Yeah.
I really do. He shoots, he runs everywhere. He's a good ball winner. He's a good ball winner. Because as they kept it quiet about... They kept that quiet, George, didn't they? I don't know what he's going on about there. Says Brian Edley.
But you see that player you like. I don't know him, like, but I'd look how many games actually played consecutively. You know what I mean? Like, he played 30 games, he played 20 games, or he's just come back from injury. No, we always buy cracks, and I don't know why.
Yeah. In fact, this year for sure with Thiago and Keita.
Oh, well, Brian Henry says, of course he was Frank. So I think whatever Bellingham was going to cost is all he will get to spend for now, for other areas. So he's going to get 100 million. I think he'll have to sell to make that 100 million up, to be honest.
Well, he's got a few who he can sell. He's got a few there who he can get rid of.
Yeah, yes, Alexander, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita.
Well, you won't get nothing for the likes of Keita or Oxlade, because they're free. No. They won't get nothing for Milner because he's free. So, there's three players that are going for free.
Get good money for
players that need to be replaced, by the way.
You get good. As Georgie just said, you get a few bob for Thiago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's been injury prone since he came here, unfortunately. Great footballer, but
great player.
Charlie Kane says, okay, lads. Okay, but who is going to be the ball winner? Because Fabinho is finished. Who would you like to
say? I think Baticek is a ball winner.
Yeah. Well, so is that Aguirre. Is that his name? I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right. Aguirre or something like that. And I've seen him play, and he's brilliant. He really is. He gets stuck in. He's all over the place. Wins balls back. If he loses a ball, he wins it back.
And Trent does the same.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All our great teams have had ball winner in the middle.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Souness, McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tommy Smith.
Do you ever remember George McMahon kicking into the cup, and he dribbled it, lost it, and the ball was going out, and he pulls it back and then dribbles it again right back, and I think he gave it to Aldridge, and Aldridge scored.
Yeah, remember that.
That's what you call class. Determination to win that ball back and to do something with it.
See, that's what the crowd want to see with players. You see some players running and they give it up as a lost ball.
Yeah.
The crowd want to see players running and knowing it's not a lost ball. There's no such thing as a lost ball.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I told you that story when I was playing the five-a-sides at Melwood against Shanks and Bobby Paisley, Ronnie Moran and Joe Fagan. And I was only about 16 then, I had a fair bit of hair then, Tommy.
I've seen the old photograph, George. I recognise you.
The ball came back into our half and Shankly hit it over there, and I ran back to try and get it. We had cricket stumps for goalposts, and the ball was going over the line. I slid in about 4 yards, tipped it around the post, and Shanks came over and said, "Aye, son, see what happens when you don't give up. See what happens."
And that's it.
My hair.
Yeah. Yeah, great story.
15, 16-year-old, see what happens.
Timothy Langham says Trent caught a lot of flack, but he's being lauded now, isn't he? Great creative play from Trent, she says.
Absolutely.
I just wish that, I really do wish that Núñez would have put that ball away, because that was that pass right onto his foot.
Yeah.
Over like that. Right. It split the whole of the defence, their defence wide open. It landed and he was free. No one
trapped it.
I forget who said this. It's one of the lads on the telly and the pundits. Yeah, they're all going on about what Trent can't do. Let's tell everyone what he can do.
Yeah.
And he's the best at doing what he does.
Yeah.
And he was even talking about De Bruyne there. He said De Bruyne if De Bruyne give that ball to him, be all over what a pass.
Yeah.
He said Trent does that 3 or 4 times a game.
Yeah. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
See that pass he hit across field? He hit a first-time pass across the field.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the outside of his foot.
Yeah. Straight across
it just opens up everywhere for Robertson, doesn't it? Just opens up everywhere.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great player. He passes like Steven Gerrard used to pass.
Yeah, he is.
Balls and whatever. I'll tell you who else is a great passer of a ball. Coming out of defence or for the defender is Virgil.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
What a balls he gives to Mo Salah or whoever.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Like on the
well, the thing is with Trent, he's looking where the man is before he gets the ball.
Yeah.
No, you can see him looking around, and he knows where that ball's going as soon as he gets it.
Yeah. I didn't even scored. He had a good shot there. Keeper saved.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Snape says, and he mentions this fella, while we won't get much for shedding the deadwood, it'll free up wages.
Yeah.
Ugarte, that's the lad. Ugarte is energy extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Right.
He's unbelievable.
The wage bill will be cut good.
Is he a Sporting Lisbon or somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everywhere. He's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And brings the ball back, but he does that all through the game, and he's a strong lad. He's only at 22, 23. He's absolutely, I love him. I really would. I think he's a very fine player. Charlie Kane says, against not Forest, that Frank. Is that the pass? No, it was against Fulham, wasn't it? The pass.
That was in the last game, I thought, against Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford. Who did I say? Yeah, Fulham. Yeah, Brentford, the last game.
Yeah.
And as Dorothy says, amazing pass that, Frank. Absolutely.
That's George's bird.
And my bird. And my one.
And your bird, yeah. You don't know who I am.
I'm Fran, she says. You saw me.
All right. I can take it.
Yeah, when that cross game, when that pass from Trent, I would have been a diving header for me. That.
Do you ever remember Tony Aitley and his diving headers?
Yeah.
Oh, I always remember Louis Bimpson.
Yeah.
And 2 incidents with Louis. One, he was excuse me. He was running down the wing, right? So I get them the ball. He just ran, and he couldn't stop. And it was like, muddy, dampy, whatever it was, and he couldn't stop. And he ended up in the Annie Road end, the little wall. Right open, he couldn't stop. And another time, he did a header, in the cup, diving header, and he gets up. And he had all mud on his nose going down. It was a straight line. When he dives, he just went along the floor. And he gets up like that. Straight line of mud went down here. Absolutely brilliant. Louis Bimpson. He went to Blackburn, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Big Louis. Remember Big Louis? Yeah. Do
you ever remember, George? I'd like you to... Kevin, he was a winger. Oh, he went to South Africa. I think Bob Paisley.
Kevin Lewis.
Well,
I played with Kevin in South Africa as well, because we played together at Liverpool, because he was in the team. He scored 2 goals when we got promoted to the first division from the second division. He scored the 2-0. 2-0 we won there. He came from Sheffield United, and he was a super player, a hell of a shot. And when I went to Port Elizabeth City in South Africa, he was already there. So we won the league championship of South Africa in 1967. And me and Kevin were in the forward line together there. And we were two top scorers in the country. He was a wonderful. He's still there now. He lives in Durban.
Go away. I used to love him. I used to love him, honestly. At early days, I thought he was great. He come out one day, you know, it was under the floodlights, you know. And I was in the, funny enough, I was in the paddock. I was only a kid. And he come out, you know, like this. And I don't know whether it was that time or the beginning of the game, and he was smoking.
Shags didn't like that.
No. But you can imagine, you know, just, you know, Kevin, I made up your remember his second name, and I made up that you actually played with him. And so I remember him going to South Africa. But I found that out years ago. You know, I didn't know at the time he went to South Africa. All I knew, don't forget, I was a kid. And he'd just gone. He was just gone. And it was years later, I was doing a show. And I mentioned Kevin Lewis. And this, he always wore a number 7, didn't he? Or a number 11.
That's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And this fella, I forget who it was, he said he went to South Africa to play.
Yeah, we had some great players in the team there. We had a lad called Terry Mancini. Remember him, Terry Mancini?
Yeah.
Played for QPR and Arsenal. Bald head lad, you know. And he was a character. He played centre half for us, you know.
Rough man, him.
He was, yeah. London lad, yeah. The character.
What was it like, George? You know, when you first came down, you're coming to Liverpool Football Club. With, you know, obviously, you know, I don't think if anyone comes to Liverpool today and, you know, they're going to sign for Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp was there, you know what I mean? Liverpool is established. But when you came down, and Shanks was there, but Liverpool wasn't established, if you know what I mean, George.
No, they were in the second. They were in the second division.
So
they weren't really a name.
So what I mean is, when you first get to Liverpool, and you're going to sign for the Liverpool Football Club, but you know you're a kid yourself. How did you find your feet here in Liverpool?
Well, when I came down, the first person I met when I came down was Gordon Wallace. And Gordon and I met in the station at Lime Street when we came down. And we played a trial for a week. We played 3 games. And we must have done well in the trial because Bill wanted to sign both of us. And so we both eventually signed for the club as apprentices. Those days you signed at 15 and then you had 2 years to prove yourself. So in those 2 years you played in the C team and then the B team, then the A team. Eventually into the Central League team. And then at 17, Bill called you in and told you you were going to be a full-time pro and your future's mapped out, or you're no good. Not that you're no good, you're not going to make it. You have to go. And that was heartbreaking for players who'd got nothing else to fall back on, because they left school at 15 with no education, nothing to fall back on at all. But if you got signed as a pro, then you were on your way, and the rest was up to you. We lived in Central League. We lived in
the Central League team was just as good as the first team, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And we used to play all in all the big stadiums. I was in digs with Peter Thompson, and Peter would be playing Anfield against United, saying we'd be playing Old Trafford, and then we'd meet up at night, go downtown together, and have a night out in town with the Everton lads, the Liverpool lads, you know, Roy Vernon, Alex Scott, all those guys, you know, and Big Ronnie and Ian St. John.
You got the Tiger Club.
The Tiger were there every Saturday night, yeah. You had to wear your little badge to get in. Big queues outside. And everything was great then because the Beatles were playing live in the Cavern, and you know, Mersey Beat was it, Jerry Marsden and all the rest. So it was a great time to be a kid in Liverpool. The problem we had was Bobby, Graham, Gordon Wallace and myself. We were desperate to get in the big team, and I played more reserve games than any other player in them 3 seasons, 63, 64, 65. Played 108 games, was almost like never present. And Bobby, the same, not quite as much. And Gordon, a bit less because he was injured. But Gordon got his breakthrough against West Brom when playing against Don Howe And Tommy Lawrence made his debut the same day. And although they lost 1-0, Gordon had a great game. And that's where he made his breakthrough. And then, of course, he went on to score the first ever goal for Liverpool in the European Cup and the first goal ever on Match of the Day. But his career was blighted by injuries. Bobby went a bit further on, and towards the end of the 60s, he played almost every game in 1970.
I remember him playing, yeah. Remember him playing.
Fabulous player. Tommy Smith and Chris became legends. And that's why they call me the Lost Shankly Boy.
Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it? Because when you mentioned about the very first goal in a European Cup, that was against Reykjavik.
That's it.
The Icelandic team. And I remember being at Anfield for the game. And I think we won 9-0. But there was no scoreboards up or anything. And they would shout, "What score is it now?" I said, "No, I think it's 4-0. Well, no one's got a 6. That'll be 8.
I remember when we beat Arsenal to win the league. And my two brothers came down with my stepfather, and Shanks got them into the dressing room, and they never forgot it, and they became Liverpool fans from that day. Although they were Aberdeen fans, they became Liverpool fans, because they never forgot that day,
That's lovely, that really is. It's great when someone comes to Liverpool, out of town as that is, and the first time that they've ever experienced, and they just feel it. It's like Maradona. And Maradona, when he seen the 2005 final, he became a Liverpool fan. He said, "I've never seen anything like that in my entire life."
Yeah.
I'm a big Liverpool fan, he said.
Yeah.
That's great. That's Maradona. That's the boy. That's the boy.
I've seen Mourinho and the old Arsenal manager. What was his name again?
Arsene Wenger.
Yeah, I've seen the two of them watching the cup, the Liverpool crowd singing "You Never Walk Alone," and they were transfixed in the studio. Mm-hmm. And he said, I think it was Wenger said, Liverpool do fantastic in Europe. The main reason is Anfield. It's the one place nobody wants to come.
No.
Nobody wants to come.
Ancelotti said it, didn't he? And he said he was just made up. Liverpool's going through a transitional period, when they battered us.
But a lot of people don't realise, that, in the early 60s, the Cup was even more dramatic than it is today.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Because it swayed like an ocean wave.
Yeah.
And people couldn't get out of there. Once you were in, you were in.
Yeah.
And it was an unbelievable, you remember it, it's an unbelievable atmosphere. I wish the modern, it's a lot safer now, obviously.
I'm saying if you were 3/4 up, you were 3/4 of the way up, and we were attacking, you ended up at the front.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. They used to pass people down over the crowd in
That's right, yeah.
The headache.
We used to be at the top, the steps that go right up to the cup.
Yeah.
And I used to be waiting there, little skinny kids, young lad about 16, 17. And I used to wait at the top, and they used to be at the same copy, always standing there. And he knew what I was waiting for. Yeah. And it was a fella by the name of Fagan. And Fagan was a big fella, but he was big.
Remember the Walrus, Frank?
But I used to get behind him, and he used to just go right down, right in the middle. And then I used to get in front of him. That was it. That's
I think today, a lot of the humour's getting out of the game today. It's so intense. Yeah. It's so money orientated, and with the internet and everything. I remember once, I might have told you this before, but I remember coming into Anfield, and the United, Dennis Law told me this story. I'm not dropping names. He did. He told me a story. So it must be true. And Dennis said that he came off the coach, Dennis and George Best and Bobby Charlton, and there was Shanks coming out of the Daily Draw office. He used to have a Daily Draw office in the car park. And Shanks is waving his piece of paper toward it and shouting to Sir Matt Busby, "Hey, Sir Matt, I've just got the ticket here. It tells me the time of the first away goal. It says a fortnight." Busby just laughed.
That's only Shankly, that's Shankly, isn't it? Shankly all over. Shankly all over. Fantastic story, that.
And Bob
Brilliant.
Paisley was good though as well. He was funny. I remember Ronnie Whelan telling me that he scored on his debut, Ronnie, into the cup.
Yeah.
And his father and his used to come and see every game, even the schoolboys. And his dad missed the game. He didn't come over from Ireland, couldn't make it. So his dad was devastated, and he said to Ronnie, he said, Ronnie, you do me a favor. Next week, you're playing again at home. Can you get me 4 tickets for the game? Oh, I said, I'll ask. Yeah. So he asked Bob Paisley. He said, Bob, boss, he said, any chance of 4 tickets for the game next Saturday? And Bob says, aye, why do you want 4, lad? Why do you want 4? He says, my Uncle Harry, my Uncle Bill, my Uncle Bert are all coming over. The 3 uncles and my dad. And he won't see me, but he said, aye, don't worry. He said, you can have 5. You're not bloody playing. And Ronnie told me that.
Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Good,
you get these stories like yourself because you played under Shankly and you got to know the man, and it's just incredible. I like Kevin Keegan, he did his accent great. Kevin Keegan,
yeah,
Emlyn Hughes, these great legends of Liverpool telling the story of Shankly, and obviously you as well, because what I'm about to say is they loved him.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has a bad word said about him.
No.
I think John Toshak worshipped him.
Yeah. Yeah, you couldn't not love him, really.
When he passed away, and John Toshak was on the pitch with his name on the back of his red shirt.
Yeah.
He stood on the pitch with Shankly on the back of his shirt.
The Swansea game, yeah.
What do you think of the Swansea? Yeah. What do you think of this, lads? And as it involves kids and all this, have you seen the new kit? It's meant to be a throwback to the Shanks' last year. Well, it's a retro one, isn't it? But the price is 75 quid for the shirt.
It's absolutely atrocious.
And if you've got 2 children, it's 150 quid.
Yeah.
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 It's not a working man's game anymore.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, well, that was the thing. See, in the 60s, we mainly Scousers in there. It was mainly Liverpool people, the dockers and the workers and the factories. And
but the players used to get the bus the game with the fans. The players used to be on the bus with the fans going the game anyway.
Yeah. See all the cameras, flashing.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, just as George just said, if you've got 2 or 3 kids who are football nuts, Liverpool or Everton or whoever, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
That's just for 1 shirt each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 shirt. So who's making the profits? Might I ask? Who's making the profits?
Yeah, somebody is.
Well, it can't be Liverpool FC. It's got to be FSC.
I bet they only cost about £5 to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some Far East sweatshop.
Yeah. Brian Henry, do you remember when we beat a team called Strom's Godset or something? 11-0 in a European game. I remember the British Army ransacking my dad's car during the Troubles, and we just listened to the match. Rather listen to the match. Oh, brilliant.
I remember when we beat Man United 7-0.
Well, that's so, as my mate said today, he said, you know what? He said, just imagine if we pinched 4th place off Man U after beating them 7-0 as well.
That's an RA, that isn't it?
That is an RA. It certainly is.
Could be written in the stars.
Yeah. It's not beyond us, put it that way.
Yeah. Shank's a unique humour, or was it? Shank's unique humour, or was it? Yeah, I'd say that's Dorothy. It was unique. It was unique.
Yeah.
And
But the thing is with Shanks, every manager, Brian Clough, Don Revie, and he was the Arsenal manager then.
Bertie
May. They all looked up to him. They all looked up to Shanks.
Yeah, Jock Stein.
Jock
Stein, yeah.
Well, he looked up to Jock as well, though, didn't he?
He did,
It was a great mutual.
When Celtic won the European Cup for the first time in 1967, Shankly said, "You're a legend now, John."
Yeah. Isn't that brilliant?
Yeah.
Jock Stein.
Well, when you look at Jock Stein, Matt Busby, and Bill Shankly, have you seen the DVD, The Three Kings? And they were so similar.
Yeah, working class backgrounds.
Working class, mining, down the mines.
Yeah.
It was so similar. Surely, I mean, I'm not only saying that but they had respect for each other.
Yeah.
No, they had the banter like everybody does. It's not like it is now. It's just mad now. But then it was real respect.
Yeah.
And the players had respect.
Yeah.
Well, as Brian Edley says, don't say much more, George. I've got your book.
Oh, there's lots more in there. Don't worry.
Going to see some of the posies. Oh, aye.
And about the shirts, Dorothy says, ridiculous, scandalous, profiteering. Absolutely.
It is.
I got a nice one for my birthday.
And as she says, carries on by saying, it's not a working man's game anymore, is it? No, it's not.
Sadly not. You can't even get a ticket, can you?
No. I don't know whether it said it on this. I don't know who said this. And they were talking about the European nights. Why is it so different in the European nights? I said, because a midweek game, you don't get the all the outsiders, from around the country coming up, or, the people from abroad coming over, because it's midweek. Yeah. You get a few, but you don't get them all.
Yeah.
I said, so it's the Scousers who get the tickets.
Yes.
And that's why it's different.
Yes. The atmosphere.
Because if they got the tickets for Premiership games, that's what it'll be like. Every week.
Yeah.
Every week. Unique. Well, listen, lads.
He's getting rid of us now, George.
Hey?
He's getting rid of us now. He's getting rid of us now.
His face, yeah.
Now, this is a nice way of telling us to see you later.
He's done well to get through tonight with a bad cough and everything.
Oh, God love him.
I know, it's... but don't say that. We're getting rid of Dorothy Langley, to be honest.
No, don't get rid of Dorothy.
No, you're getting rid of me.
She's lovely.
Who's coming? Get rid of him.
So listen, lads. I know it's a week. Next Monday, isn't it? The next match. Next match.
15th. The 15th.
Yeah, next Monday.
Leicester.
Well, we'll have something to talk about on Tuesday instead of all George's girlfriends.
You keep phoning in, Dorothy.
Oh yeah, look at this, Brian. Lads, it's been brilliant. Thanks a million to you. Happy birthday, Frank. Hope to be on Thursday. It's my friend's 5th anniversary. He tragically died a week after the Roma away game in 2018.
Oh, what a shame. May he rest in peace. What a shame.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks for that, Brian. Thank you. And,
wait, Frank, I meant to ask you this question. Remember, before Christmas, I said to you, did you get a parcel to the post? And you said, no, but I got a card
Yeah, I've seen it today because I've had to do things and the cars.
So you haven't been to the post office since before Christmas?
No. I'll get Francine to take me.
It's only 5 months. You're all right.
Oh, look at this! Look at this. Snapey says, "Good night, lads. It's been a hoot as ever."
Good night, Snapey, lad. Oh, come on, Dorothy, love. Here we go, down the yellow brick road, love. Let's go.
Yeah. She loves you, Tommy, so you're all right.
I'm bagging my heels together, are you?
You know, you're saying that. I was watching a clip or something, and this clip showed. I said, I wonder who this is. And it shows a fella dancing coming down a staircase, you know, like a shaped staircase, not a straight staircase. Yes. And I was going, look at that, brilliant, dancing down these steps. And it was James Cagney.
One of the best dancers, yeah.
I didn't even know that he was there.
One Oscar he won, and that was the Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy I think he's a great step dancer.
I think Dorothy Langham's running Oscar tonight, hasn't she? I love you all.
She's starting.
She's just run the Oscar. I love you all.
She's feeling sorry for the Aldies now, look.
Well, listen, lads, I might have you on Thursday.
Right, what's on Thursday?
I bet George can't do it.
I might not be able to do it, Frank. I think I'm away on Thursday night.
You're
next Tuesday.
Okay, no problem. I've got Marios on Thursday, you see.
Oh, well, all the girls will be writing in for him.
Oh, hey.
That's why I never had him up tonight.
Dorothy, do you remember the table dancer?
But he flashes them eyelashes, that's it.
Dorothy's asking you a question, Tommy.
Do you remember the table dancer? Says Dorothy.
What happens at the table dancing club stays at the table dancing club.
Francine says, is Marios on tonight yet? I said, no, unfortunately, he can't make it. He's busy, but he's coming in on Thursday. He said, he's gorgeous, isn't that?
Oh, no.
Oh, he's good.
I can see a holiday in Greece shortly.
Yeah. Anyway, lads, I've got to shut it.
All right, mate.
It's been absolutely brilliant as usual.
Cheers, George.
It's been a joy. Cheers, Tommy. Cheers, Frank. Thanks very much again. I loved it.
Before you go, George, and then what's your prediction against
Leicester
next week, next Monday?
Oh, I would say 2-1 Liverpool.
I'll go 3-0.
It's an easy game because Leicester's fighting for their life.
Yeah, but I mean that's where they're going to come unstuck. They're going to have to come out and score, aren't they? Yeah. Or try and score.
Maybe 3-1.
That'll give us acres of room at the back.
Okay, I think we'll keep a clean sheet again. I really do.
Listen, 1-0 will do.
Yeah, 1-0. You've said that, haven't we, Tom, before?
Yeah.
It'll do me.
And our profanities of our chats.
Yes.
1-0 will do good. That'd be great.
Right. Good night. God bless, guys.
Yeah. Good night, Frank. Good night, Tommy.
I'll see you when I see you. Frank, I might see you Thursday, Frank.
Oh, brilliant. All right.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
See you later. Ta-ra, Tommy. Ta-ra. Just for me to say thank you, everyone, for joining me, Tommy and George. Let's hope. I just want you to have a look at that for the time being. Just look at that. If you're never going to the game, the next home game, go along to at Scarf or Badge and get yourself some gear. It's absolutely brilliant, first class. A small business that keeps the Liverpool merchandise going, but it's their own. It's not these shops or anything, but they're absolutely brilliant. And I'd love you to go online and get them. Go online. Francine's buying me a couple of shirts actually for my birthday, so it's just for me to say a big thank you, and I'll see you all on Thursday, hopefully. Ciao for now. Ci vediamo.